Hi friends, welcome to today's video where we are talking all about how to entertain a 3 to 6 month old, okay? We're talking about activities for babies, what to do when you are parenting, what to do for developmental reasons, what to do maybe you're babysitting, I don't know. I have a 6 month old, well she's almost 6 months, she's 5 months, 5 3/4, I don't know. I just don't like to fast forward it because it's like, they're just little for such a short amount of time, so let's not fast forward it. So she's almost 6 month Azura, and I also have Ava who is 2. She just turned 2 months ago. So I am an experienced parent to 2 and just have a lot of ideas, tips and tricks. Like one time my husband was like, what do I do with her? Like it was just like not always natural. So I have a bunch of ideas, tips, tricks, and activities to do with babies that are 3 to 6 months old. So that's what we're talking about today. Here on this channel, we talk about all things parenthood, lifestyle, you know, saving money, budgeting. Those are kind of the same thing, but also like productivity type of things too. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because we'd love to have you, and that way you won't miss out on content like this in the future. And thanks so much to those of you who do, because it really helps my channel out. So with that, let's talk all about different activities you can do with little babies. So first of all, 3 to 6 months is such a fun age because babies start to get really responsive and interactive. So there's so much you can do. So the first thing I want to talk about is this baby gym. So this, it's kind of hard to show you on camera, but basically you lay this down on the ground and you lay the baby on it on their back, and then they can like play with the little things that are hanging down. And my babies have loved this. It says save me. I can put them down and then do something else over there. You know, obviously like they're within eye's reach, but sometimes you just gotta put the baby down. So that's a really good one. The different things hanging down, like one is a mirror, one is gold, one is striped. They make different noises. One, if you squeeze it, it squeaks. One rattles. You know, it's just like good things that they can do and play with. And that one really helps with grabbing, coordination, and also mobility. Like the first time Azura has ever rolled has been when she's on that. Like she's not really on a flat, hard surface by herself that often. So that is a really good one for also mobility and her kind of exploring and practicing that. I can't believe she's already rolled. I'm like not ready for this. Ava didn't roll until she was 8 months. So Azura is a little bit ahead in that department. The next item I want to talk about is a blanket. So basically what I like to do with a little soft muslin blanket like this is to fold it up maybe in a square, you know, and then I take it and I kind of like woo to the baby. Okay, pretend you're the baby. I just kind of like woo, you know, peekaboo, peekaboo. But I'll also, let's see, I'm just going to use this doll. Okay, pretend this is a baby, and you just kind of like woo, like woo. Babies need so much attention and they love it. They'll eat it up. Did you know that babies cry? The way they cry is like, I want to say genetically modified, but not genetically modified, but like biologically it sets off something in our brains, like our adult brains, that it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do something, I have to take action. I think about if you ever heard a baby cry, doesn't that like cause some anxiety? Like you feel like you have to do something. So they need a lot of attention, so give it to them. So I'll take a blanket and kind of like play like this, like run it over their little face and body, and they just love it. They think it's so funny and it's the greatest thing ever, until they get bored. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is a little baby rattle. So this one is super soft. I think soft rattles are the way to go at this age. I had Azura playing with like a wooden one that was a wooden ring with a bunny, a soft bunny on top, but she took the ring and like hit herself with it and cried. It was so sad. So the hard ones are a little more risky, I would say. Not that that was like the worst thing that's ever happened to her, or like the worst thing that could ever happen to her, thank God, but this just seems like a better option. So this is a little rattle. It's super soft, and this one actually goes right on her feet, so she can like have it and be like, you know, like probably shouldn't do that on camera, that's so embarrassing, but you know, and like play with it and grab it when it's on her feet. There's also ones that go on the wrist. So anything I'm talking about today, I'm going to link to Amazon below, but yeah, these are really cost friendly. So Yeah, and the babies love it. Speaking of things that make noise, Crinkle Books are the next activity. So you can hear, you know, it makes a crinkle noise, but these are so soft, so not really room for injury. The babies can really grab at these, you know, like unlike other hard books, and the contrast is great, and they can kind of like gnaw on these as well. So I highly recommend these soft books. You can read them to the baby, you can point out the different things, you can point out the colors, and yeah, they'll love grabbing it, hearing the crinkle. I'm trying not to make it crinkle too much because that would be really annoying on camera. Looking at the colors and just like holding it themselves. So, and this one has a mirror in it too, so I just like this one a lot. There's all different kinds. The other thing are books. So here are the ones I just like have right next to me, but this is Look. So this one, we drew these little dots on. Ava has hemangiomas right here, so on some of her dolls and books, we've like drawn them on, so those aren't really there if you buy this new. But this one is high contrast. You can see black, white, and red. Those are the only colors, and that's really good for babies' brains, babies' sight, baby, just like learning and developing that way. So this is a good one. Good Night New Baby, just like anything. They'll love whatever you read to them basically at that age, and they'll want to grab at it. So stay close enough to them, like open it up and like let them kind of grab at it. And especially the touchy-feely books are really good too. Next thing you can do with baby is sing to baby. They love music. Play music on your phone. Play music on a toy. Like they'll just love it. Make sure it's not too loud, of course, but like Enya or any that, you know, you can sing little lullabies, you can sing whatever you want. And like Evangelina especially loved music. If she was ever crying, I could start singing to her and she would like instantly stop crying. It was the best thing ever. Azura is not quite as excited about music as Ava was, but sometimes that is a really good tool you can use to help soothe the baby. So yeah. Okay, next are like little tickles and little play, and I don't have Azura right here because she is napping, so I'm gonna grab this doll again. But you can kind of like take the baby and be like dee 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 dee, and like, you know, like, and then once you do that a couple times, they know it's coming, so they'll start to like get excited. So you kind of go like on their feet, like dee 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 dee, you know, and like tickle their cheeks. You have like really tickleable cheeks. They love that. Or you can do like kissies, like you know, and like kiss them a bunch. Of course, if you're babysitting a kid that's not yours, well, you wouldn't call it babysitting if you were taking care of your own child, but if this is not your kid, maybe don't kiss them, especially right now during the pandemic. But you can do a little dee 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 dee, you know, like tickle them. They'll love that. Okay, the other thing you can do with a baby is this age is tummy time. So they don't always love it, but it's something that's good for their development, and it's something that they really should be working on in terms of like neck strength, using different muscles. Like they are on their backs all day. Like think about how you hold them, think about how they sleep. They're just always on their back. So any bit of tummy time, even if it's 30 seconds, 1 minute here and there, is good for them. So lay them on their tummies, and whatever flat surface you're on, kind of like get in their face and like be right there with them so that they really kind of stay engaged, and they won't cry as early if you do that too. So they won't kind of kick and scream. I mean, when they're later on, like in the 6-month range, they'll love it. Like they will actually start to really like it. But at 3 months, they're probably a little less excited about tummy time. So just be prepared for that. But trying it is good for their physical development and mental development. Another activity you can do is bath time. So obviously you have to take a bath anyway. So if you're looking for something to do, this is awesome. Babies love water. Love warm baths. So yeah, it's an easy one. And if you're babysitting, that's going to save mom and dad a lot of time. Or, you know, if you just can't think of anything to do, you might as well be productive and give that baby a bath. They're gonna love it. There aren't really a lot of toys that you can play with in the bathtub, but this is something I recommend. This is a silicone teether. So at that age, they start to kind of, most babies start to teethe around 6 months. That's pretty typical. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to go in focus. There it is. You can see it's a banana, it's blue, and it's in the shape of a toothbrush. So first of all, it's nice to like chew on, feels good. They can really grab it. Maybe get them used to a toothbrush situation, but also it's waterproof. So this is something that they can just like play with and use in the bathtub. The other thing babies love in the bathtub is a washcloth. So if you just hand them a washcloth, they will like put it in their mouth. They'll kind of play with it, hold it, squeeze it. You know, you don't want them to get too much water in their mouths because that's not good for their kidneys in general. Like babies shouldn't be drinking water. So keep an eye on that, but they do just love to play with washcloths. So it's pretty easy, you know? Most people have those washcloths ready to go already. And of course, you can always do little bicycles. So like bicycle bites, they take their legs and kind of move them around, and that gives them a little bit of exercise. You can hold them on your lap and kind of have their legs go up and down so that they're pushing off and like exercising their legs. That's a really good one. They love that. And then they'll tire out easy. They'll be ready for a nap. So that's good. You can do, when you're sitting on the couch and holding them and they're facing you, you can do this little game, not game, but like, I don't know what to do it. So I don't know what to call it. So I'm just going to do it for you. But you go riding horses up and down, riding horses, don't fall down. And you just like kind of lean them back a little bit, and it's so funny. And then riding horses up and down, riding horses, don't fall down. And then after you do it a few times, they know what to expect. It's fun, you know, just support their neck, go slow. Don't bounce too hard or anything because they're still kind of bobbleheads at that age. But yeah, they will enjoy that too. So with that, those are all of my 3 to 6 month baby activities that you can do. Kind of fun, kind of, you know, some things that, you know, it just doesn't come natural to everyone. And sometimes you just need to find other ideas on what to do with babies. So those are my ideas. That's what we do with our little babes. And yeah, thank you so much to those who like and subscribe. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, ideas, and we'll see you guys next time. All right, take care. Bye. Mwah.